You wake up and the first thing you do is run through the mental checklist to see how bad today's going to be. You've been given a label, but nobody has actually explained why your life doesn't feel like yours anymore. If this sounds like you, keep watching. In this video, we'll cover what fibromyalgia is, what the causes are, why it causes the symptoms that it does, and is there really no cure? Before we dive in, if you haven't already, sign up to my free newsletter. I'll leave the link in the description below. Fibromyalgia is the name given for a group of symptoms including pain, crushing fatigue, and brain fog, and I'll dive a bit deeper into these symptoms later on in the video. There's no single test for fibromyalgia. What happens instead is that everything else gets ruled out first. So you might have blood tests or scans or x-rays to rule out more sinister or specific causes, so things like infection or cancer or any other autoimmune conditions. Once those have been ruled out, you might then see a rheumatologist who will determine if you have fibromyalgia if you meet the criteria. And that generally is if you've got pain in 4 out of 5 of the body regions. So that might be looking at the arms, upper arm, upper leg, lower leg, and the body. Fibromyalgia is also described as central sensitization, which basically means the parts of the brain that process pain have become hypersensitive. So things that wouldn't normally hurt would hurt more than usual. The pain that you feel is 100% real. It's not in your head and it is not imagined. This is simply how pain works. If you want to understand more about pain, I created a video that's talking about the 3 different types of pain. So I'll link that into the video as well. So you can click on that banner and you can have a look at that video. The causes of fibromyalgia are unknown. And this is what you'll find if you search on Google or ask your doctor. The reason why this is the case is because they will not objectively find anything on the tests. This means that it can't be proved that one single thing has caused the condition. Fibromyalgia can be linked to emotional trauma, so things like abuse, neglect, bereavement, and childhood experiences, and also characteristics such as people-pleasing and perfectionism are highly linked to fibromyalgia as well. But it is important to consider that these traits are not your fault. We naturally develop these kind of traits based off our environment and our experiences. Essentially, the emotional trauma that we go through can then put our nervous system into a state of fight or flight. Now, this is a normal response and would naturally settle once we're away from the stress. But if this continues over a long period of time, it can cause the development of various symptoms. It's not that the trauma causes it, it's that the nervous system is reacting to it and trying to protect you. Now, let's take the example of someone in an abusive relationship. Now, this might be normal for some people if they were brought up in an abusive house growing up. Their body might try to alert them to it by bringing on various symptoms, but because it can be normal for them, they might not pay attention to that aspect. They go to the doctors, they can't find anything, but the pain continues anyway. Later on, they get told that they have arthritis, they get a scan done on the shoulders, they have bursitis, they get back pain, they get told they've got a disc bulge, they have pain in the elbow, they get told that they've got repetitive strain or RSI, and the list continues. The focus is then put on body structures and the layers keep building up. The threat level increases and the true driver is pushed further and further away. And it makes complete sense how the pain will continue to get louder and louder over time. It's because it simply wants attention. So let's talk about why fibromyalgia or why these symptoms occur in the first place. So I want you to imagine that everywhere you go, there's a lion that follows you around. You go to the shops, it's behind the next aisle waiting for you. You plan to meet family and it's already waiting outside their house before you arrive. You start cooking, it's in the kitchen. So you will always be on edge, waiting to see if the lion is there or not. Sleeping with one eye open, the chronic fatigue. You walk into a room to get your keys and you see the lion in the opposite side of the room just looking at you. You forget the very reason why you walked in there in the first place, the brain fog. You've been on edge all day trying to get away from the lion. Your heart has been pounding, your muscles have been tensed up all day and they've been used more than usual. And your brain brings on the pain to tell you to get somewhere safe. The threat might come back. Now I want you to imagine is switch that lion to a 5-year-old child. It could be your own, it could be your niece or your nephew or even yourself at 5 years old. Imagine you see the child distressed, walking over to you, tears running down their face with their arms up in the air. Now, do you run away from them or do you pick them up? With fibromyalgia, most people treat the pain as the lion, something to escape. But in reality, we should be treating the pain as our own child. Traditional medicine will tell you that there is no cure. Everyone's journey with fibromyalgia is different because what their nervous system has been carrying is also different. Pain is there for a reason, it's there to protect you. If pain continues and lasts longer than it should, it just means that your nervous system still feels threatened. This doesn't have to be your life. Not the morning checklist, not the cancelled plans, not the I'll see how I feel. There is a way out. Symptoms can improve, they can change, and they can be eliminated. You can wake up feeling energized. You can go out for long walks. You can take that long flight and sit for 8 hours on a plane. You can live your life exactly the way you want. Up till now, you've been running away from the lion. What if you stopped? And what if you picked it up instead? That's where everything can start to change. If this video resonated, sign up to my newsletter. I'll leave the link in the description below. And if you want to talk about what this means for you specifically, my DMs are open. Drop me a message and let's chat. Catch you the next one.